I don't usually venture to Old Trafford for obvious reasons, but Sir Alex Ferguson's birthday was worthy of a special visit to meet my old foe Wes Brown to chat about the Premier League's most iconic figure. Growing up a Liverpool fan, I was taught to detest Manchester United. But once I started playing, that feeling turned to admiration because Fergie had made them the yardstick for any professional footballer. Like the class of '92, Wes was guided by Sir Alex all the way from the Manchester United Academy to winning the biggest trophies in the game. For a kid from Longside in South Manchester, to share those moments with superstars from around the world must have been an incredible experience. Sitting with him in the international suite underneath the world-famous Stratford End, Wes was able to give me a real insight into how Sir Alex worked, from his interest in developing young players to the hairdryer, motivational team talks and creating an environment that made players enjoy their daily work. I was 13 when I first met him, recalls Wes, who assures me he'd started as a skinny, quick winger before becoming a defender. Nobby Styles got me in at United and I'd started training at Littleton Road. The gaffer would pop his head round to say hello to the young lads. I didn't say much back, I was in awe. There was a kind side. He could see I was a good prospect and tried to help. I didn't know much about life as a young kid. If he saw me do anything wrong, he'd guide me in the right direction. It wasn't necessarily by shouting and snapping, more a quiet word, maybe you should do this, try that. When I moved home, he helped. When you got into the first team, the fearsome side was a bit more evident. My first experience was halftime against Leeds at Elland Road. I thought I'd done okay, but he was onto me straight away. Looking back, I can see it was a test to see what sort of character I was. I am one of those players who responds to a telling off, and he understood that. If we had a game that looked easier, he'd be on to me, I don't like your concentration, everything is slow. He could judge how to handle each player. Wayne Rooney, was fiery, the gaffer would sometimes have a go because he'd try even harder. Cristiano Ronaldo had a spell where he won us so many games, if he hadn't played well you'd put your hands up and say okay. The rest of the lads respected that.